Today, jurors heard from both the medical examiner and forensic toxicologist in the murder trial against Blaise Taylor. He's the former Titan scout accused of poisoning his ex-girlfriend, Jade Benning, and their unborn baby.
The medical examiner testified that Jade died from acute cocaine toxicity and said the circumstances did not look like a typical accidental drug overdose death. Then the defense pressed the toxicologist, and our Diana Rocco is here with his findings.
That's right, Tracy. The toxicologist said that his lab ran advanced drug test screening for more than 1,000 possible substances. According to his testimony, Jade's first urine sample taken when she arrived at the hospital showed cocaine metabolites. He testified fentanyl was not detected in that first sample, but there was a sample that did contain fentanyl. However, that was after it was given to Jade at the hospital.
And was fentanyl present?
No, fentanyl was not detected in this urine sample.
Okay, what about cocoethylene?
Yeah, so cocoethylene was also and is also in the scope of our testing, and it was not detected in this specimen.
Okay, and so I just want to be very clear for the jury, cocaine and only cocaine metabolites tested positive for this 2/25/2023 at 22:59 urine.
Correct.
We've been following this really closely. What you just heard was the toxicologist mention cocoethylene. That's a compound that only forms when cocaine and alcohol are mixed together. And the toxicologist testified that was in Jade's second urine sample. However, not a big amount associated with heavy drinking. The defense is using that to argue it proves alcohol was in her system that night. Jeremy?
So many troubling twists and turns with this one, Diana. Thank you.